everything. But here we are. Welcome to the channel, y'all. It's happy Saturday. I hope y'all are doing well. I'm just chilling today. We're gonna have like a good, productive live, I guess a catch-up show. Just shooting shit. I don't have a lot to talk about. I mean, I guess I do. When it comes to like, you know, obviously the ultra-terrestrial situation. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But for the most part, this month, or I should say last month, beginning of spring, April, I've been doing a lot of chilling. A lot of chilling. Because I got me a PlayStation 5. My girlfriend bought me a PlayStation 5. Let me show y'all what I've been fucking with over here. So here we go. Oh, shit. I got a freaking bigger monitor, too. Just to let y'all see what's going on over here. But here's my PlayStation 5. And, oh, man, it's a lot of glare. The sun is setting behind us. And, yeah. Well, I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man. This game pissed me to... Hey, what's up? What's up, D Skizzle? How you doing today, sir? This game pissed me the hell off earlier, bro. It's a couple things I do not like about this particular game here, okay? Like, I like the first one. The one thing I didn't like about the first one when it comes to this game was the Mary Jane missions and all of that stuff. But this game seriously pisses me off because anytime they can take your powers away from you, they decide to take your powers away from you, okay? Now, you would think, okay, because you playing as two Spider-Men in this game, that, oh, man, two Spider-Man. You're going to be playing Spider-Man the whole fucking game. Hell, goddamn, no, you ain't. And I'm not about to play this game. I just want to show y'all that this is what I've been doing with my time. And I haven't been stressing, bro. I've been chilling. Chilling. And one of the things is, I've been kind of getting back into gaming because I kind of fell off of gaming because I kind of fell out of love with that shit. And the reason I feel like I did is because I was playing so many multiplayer games, like over the last, I would say 10 years, everything was multiplayer. Everything was geared around getting on there with the homies and trying to play multiplayer. But to be honest with you, the type of games that are geared towards multiplayer, I'm gonna get out of here. I don't want to hear the shit. The type of games they gear towards a lot of multiplayer that's not like one-on-one, I'm not necessarily a fan of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get people playing like the 2K because it's like I say, it's one-on-one. I play a lot of fighting games. It's one-on-one. But when it comes to the whole team-based stuff, it's hit or miss. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Zachary? What's up, D Skizzle? How everybody doing tonight? Brother, can you give me a little tour of those action figures in the background? Oh, absolutely. We can absolutely. They're all over the room. I'll do it in a little bit because I got a lot of shit like just piled around. I don't want to incriminate myself out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, I'm building a world of tomorrow around here too. You feel me? I gotta put some things away. But yeah, absolutely. I'll show y'all in a little bit. Battlefield. The thing about Battlefield is Battlefield takes a lot of dedication. I spent a lot of years playing Battlefield all the way. What got me into Battlefield originally was Battlefield 1943 on a PlayStation 3. I played a lot of that shit. And then I ended up going obviously to Battlefield 3 with the homies, Bad Company. Battlefield 4 is what really had my attention because of the fidelity and graphics was out of this world. Yeah, we're gonna do a room tour in a minute. I just kind of like was showing like what I got over here with the PlayStation. I cut on my PlayStation 5 for the first time this year, the past week on vacation. I was shocked how many game prices. Bro, it's nasty work. Do your thing. I'm used to $60 games, right? What type of action figures do you collect? DC, Marvel, horror? What is it? I collect mostly, I do collect DC and Marvel. I got a lot of Hasbro Marvel toys. I got a lot of the Marvel Legends. Inadvertently, you can kind of like see them over here on the wall. And I got a few of them up there. And I got some like in boxes too. I didn't even want my Marvel collection to be that big. It just happened, and I would always pick up the characters when I would see them in the store, and it just grew over time. Also have a lot of I can't pan over there yet. DC multiverse characters, and maybe y'all can see them on this wall. Just pan real quick. On this wall over here, I have them like up on this wall, but I'm gonna turn around that way. There we go. But my favorite thing is honestly Masters of the Universe. I'm not gonna even hold you up. I love Masters of the Universe toys more than freaking anything. Teamwork, it does get good. Some of the best, some of the most fun I've had. That's why I was addicted to Battlefields, because my homie that I would play with, he's a Battlefield nut. Okay, we would get, and when the synergy was happening, like I even have like a clip somewhere where me and the homies, when, oh my god, I think it was the last Battlefield that came out in World War One. It was when the beta happened. We had got all the homies together to play the beta. It was an amazing experience. I do miss that, but the problem is, it feels like every night when I will hop on the game, I'm chasing that high. You ever feel like that? Whether you're playing Marvel Legends, whether you playing, whether you went to Call of Duty, whether you went to Battlefield, whatever you went to, sometimes it feels like you're chasing those moments, right? And a lot of times those moments are far, and then, it's too few. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I'm getting all frustrated. Then if I'm not into the game as much as my team is into the game, I feel like I'm letting my team down. All that shit. You know what I'm saying? It became a lot more pressure than, I don't know if it's because I'm neurodivergent or what the fuck is going on with me. Like, but when it comes to like multiplayer games, I would always be on edge. Like, I'm just like I fucking took an adrenaline shot and shit. You know what I'm saying? The new G.I. Joe figures are dope as fuck. I have a few. I put I have some stored away now too. They used to be up here where these Marvel figures were, but I ended up getting a new monitor recently, and so I ended up putting a lot of my G.I. Joe figures in the the storage down here. But I do have a couple of them back here. I got like I'll show y'all. I could take them down. Ain't no big deal. I'll put them back up. I got both of these at Ross. I have a lot more G.I. Joes in the, like I said, under there, but I'm not gonna get them out right now. But these are a couple that I hadn't opened. Like I have this one right here, which is like a fireman. I call him on sale, actual sale at Walmart for freaking $15. Like, usually Walmart sales are trash. When they sit up there and say a sale, when this shit was originally 40 fucking bucks, if they usually say a sale, that usually is like, 38 and 22. But I actually caught this one day on my way to work for 15. I was like, hell yeah. And it actually has like, you can race swap them or whatever. And then this one is I actually got this one for cheaper than this one, for $12.99 at Ross one day. And this is just a paratrooper. He actually has a parachute behind him. He's like but I'm gonna tell you something. I would never, okay, I ain't gonna say never, and I never say never, but I can't see myself spending as much money as it would take to buy an actual G.I. Joe vehicle in 2026 for the classified line. Hell fucking no. Them vehicles start at, especially like the planes and shit, start at goddamn $350 after sale and shit. No way. I'm not that into it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they are pretty dope. Have you seen the new Cowboy Deadpool? Yeah, I have seen it. I seen it on TikTok, and I was like, TikTok I have to keep scrolling past shit like that because I'll end up not having no money and I won't make rent. Oh my God, no! Yeah. Hey Gina, welcome in. Where's the cyborg action figure? So I do have. What do I have a cyborg? No. Funny you bring that up. Weird that you bring that up, Kennard. What was it? I have a Build-A-Figure there's a Build-A-Figure cyborg that I've been trying to get together forever. Okay, you have to have the Wonder Woman, the Aquaman, a Superman, and then I forget, it's one of the toys I have up here, and it came with the legs. I have the legs and I have the head for cyborg, but I need the body and I need the arms. And when I was at the toy store the other day, I almost picked up the Aquaman just because he was in there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get him, but he was like $35, and I went in there trying to spend that type of money. I had like a $20 budget. It was like one of those days I was just getting out, just feeding my addiction. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to go in there and break the bank. So I was like, nah, I didn't pick him up, but I almost picked him up. He had the body, and I would actually, if I picked him up, I would actually have him without the arms right now. The space. Weird you brought that up. That is actually weird. You said somebody behind me. Are you talking about Yoda? Are you talking about Grogu? I hope y'all talking about my demons. Oh my God, that'll scare the hell out of me. That would scare the fucking hell out of me. But my favorite thing to collect, honestly, is Masters of the Universe. Okay, and I did kind of splurge this week by picking this up. This is another one of those random things I had no intention on getting and going into Target. I went into Target to get some deodorant. Okay, and I was like, all right, I'm going to the toy section. And for whatever reason, they know who they selling to, okay? They know what the fuck is going on. I was like, oh man. if I get this today, I'm gonna have to stay at work all day to make that money back up to make my rent. I'll have to be because like here's how I do work, right? I always do these dumbass jobs, these little jobs, because I like to do the bare minimum, right? And a lot of times, if I could do the bare minimum and not have to work too many hours at work to make this rent, that's what I do. But occasionally, stuff like this happen, and and then it's like, all right, you gotta actually be at work all week. And so that's what happened, and I had to stay at work all week and annoy myself with some of the staff and stuff there, but it was worth it. I'm happy that I did it. Battle Cat, yeah. Thank you, Gina. But I did pick it up, and I was happy that I picked it up because the movie is about to come out. I am looking forward to it. I know it's gonna be goofy as shit. I'm hoping that it's very self-aware. I'm hoping that it's campy, like to the like campy, but the characters take themselves seriously, but not too seriously. If it tries to take itself too seriously, I think that it'll kind of fall on its face. The thing about Masters of the Universe, and the thing that I love about Masters of the Universe the most, is that it's goofy. It's stupid. Like these characters, it's just so many different. Like you can just take random fucking characters, right? Now this is Battle Cat, man. I guess there's like a collaboration between Thundercats and Masters of the Universe, right? But look how goofy this is, but how cool it is at the same time. This is like Battle Cat Man, right? And then here's a little rock creature, okay, who fights a comet man, right? Just the most random shit, right? Here's a I haven't opened him. Here's a scorpion dude, okay? He actually has a tail. Like it's just random shit, bro. You have all kinds of stuff, right? This is what I got when I said I went to the toy store the other day. This is another one of the Masters of the Universe toys. This is Mantenna. He's a spy, so that's why his eyes come out like that. I'm sorry, whatever. Life is hard, and this is something that I like. Thundercats, Silverhawks, yeah, all dope. All dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to do a collaboration with Silverhawks and Master Universe. Master Universe, especially over the last year, has done collaborations with the Turtles. They've done collaborations with all kind of shit. Fucking like I said, Thundercats. There's somebody else I'm missing right now that I does. Oh, Transformers. I want them to do a collaboration with Silverhawks because Silverhawks has like such a short run, and when I was younger, that's like another one of those toy lines that I have a lot of fond memories of because of my dad taking me to the toy store. Oh my god, and me picking up some Silverhawks fucking shit. When my dad would take me to the toy store, he would kind of like let us go overboard, so I would get like 3 or 4 fucking toys. And I do remember the only reason that Cops came up to mind, Dark Watch, is because recently on the toy store that a lot of us buy on Big Bad Toys, they relaunched that line, and they actually had one of the figures. I almost got him out, but he's sold out now. Oh, are you serious? Oh, that's what's up. Hell yeah. That's what's up, y'all. But I am going to talk about a couple of things tonight, right? It's a few things I want to talk about that's kind of under my skin. One of the things is and I know I talk about this a lot on the channel, okay? But just this whole replacement shit of everybody being replaced by robots, right? I get it. It means that some of us have to step up our game. I don't get to slack off as much as I would like to just by working like these simple jobs. If all of the simple jobs are done by robots, right? So of course I'm like, oh, that's annoying, right? That's crazy. I don't want robots flipping the burger. I don't eat burgers, but you get what I'm saying. I don't want the robots putting the fries in the bag. Okay, I want that to be some teenager's first job, like it was one of my first jobs. One of my first jobs was at the McDonald's by my school. Okay, like literally, like my first job was at JCPenney, but my second job when I was 16 was at McDonald's up the street from my high school, up the street from Birmingham, and it gave me a sense of fucking responsibility to be on the schedule, to have to deal with fucking people because obviously I'm right up the street from my school. So when school will let off, you get all these people from your school who know you and come in there ask you for hookups and all that stuff, other stuff. But you take away that stuff from the kids now, and it's just some fucking robot in there doing the job. That sucks. I saw a video. This is what I was going to show y'all. Let me see. I just ordered. Let me see. Life is a video game, and I realized that more and more. And when you look at it like that, when you honestly look at it like that, it kind of gets easier in a way to deal with. When you really look at it as, because video games are nonsense. I've always said that. As fun as video games are, sometimes the stories can be super deep. Like, let's say something like The Last of Us. Story super deep, right? But at the end of the day, you end up massacring hundreds of fucking people to get to your point, which wouldn't happen. So video games are ridiculous. They're escapism, but right, like, like it's a lot like life, right? Like you have to level up yourself. You have to focus on getting certain items to get to the next place. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that you acquire and make the journey a little bit easier. Life is definitely a video game. Absolutely, right? But yeah, we are cooked. But we're gonna celebrate being cooked though. We're gonna at least recognize the fact that we cooked. This lady right here is ordering some food.
Yo, this threw me off so bad. My first time seeing it, and
come on, phone.
It's becoming the new reality. Think about jobs.
10-piece nugget meal.
Listen.
What sauce?
Barbecue.
Would you like our strawberry lemonade to drink?
It ain't even a bitch in the restaurant or taking the order.
Would you like to make it large?
No. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Would you like anything else?
Cooked. Yeah, Dark Watch, cooked.
One moment.
Hey, Amber. How you doing, lady?
Sure. Take your time.
You see that? What Gina say? Dude, I saw a video in California and saw robots on the street delivering. Damn, I'm about to, ooh, Gina, you reading my mind, lady. You ahead of me. Look at this. Look. This is what you talking about, Gina? Look at DoorDash. Look at the motherfucking robot. Is that what you talking about, Gina?
Do I gotta go to you?
So you can't even do that now. Because you got these little motherfuckers delivering the food. Look at this little nigga. Look at this motherfucker. And they laughing. The shit funny to them. Look at this little mother. Look, he all friendly and shit. Ah, there your order. Ah, there he is. That's crazy, bro.
Do we need to walk away from you?
Y'all think people lonely? Y'all think people lonely now? Like, what? In 10 years, when you don't even interact with a motherfucker because it's gonna be some android that walks to your door, right, to like deliver your stuff. You don't even get to talk to. Oh, hope it's a human that delivers my food today. Could not wear. They even have names. They do. They all have names. They show up with your order. And some people are like, well, at least the robot's not going to eat your food. At least the robot's not going to fucking get your order wrong. Right? And I guess there's an argument to be made with that. But who's to say that motherfucking robot ain't gonna get your order wrong? You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that robot ain't gonna fuck something up, man? I don't know, bro. It is a wrap for humanity, Amber. It is, because what's the point? What's the point of that? What's the point of that? If we want to give these kids work ethic, right, which we do, because like, and I had to tell the younger folks at my job the other day, because I see how they be under the whip. Okay, my boss be just whoosh, whoosh. And I'm talking about the 16 to 21 year olds, the people that are not old enough to be a servers, the people that have to work in to go. They work hard. They work they fucking ass off, whether y'all know it or not. They do catering. They deliver food. They deal with all of the front facing orders in the restaurant. Okay, and I have to give them their props, because they get scolded so much for the most minute mistakes. And it's like, bro, like these kids are trying, at least these kids are working, because I see a lot of kids their age, and I'm saying kids because I'm older, and they're kid, they seem like kids. These young people are like kids to me, and they work their ass off, bro. They get up every day, they come in there, and I'm talking about some of the same people, and they know who I'm talking about if they ever see this. Fucking same people come in there every day, they work they fucking asses off. So everybody's saying, oh, Generation Z is dumb, Generation Z don't work hard. That's not everybody. There's still a lot of Generation Z people that get up every day and go out there and get their money on, despite the fact that they're not getting recognition from their bosses and from even their fucking contemporaries, because the money that they are receiving is chump change sometimes. You know, sometimes I'll feel bad for them. They had what was it? 2 weeks ago, they had an order. The order was about, I think it was about $1,200. They bust they ass all morning. Came in early, got this order together. I'm not laughing, but it's crazy. Got all this shit together. The cooks came in early. The kids came in early. They got all the stuff together. They delivered the food. They set out the food. Take them on a $1,200 order. The motherfucker didn't tip them. Now I can see if you're coming into the restaurant, I ain't gonna tip nobody if you're coming to the restaurant. But these people brought you the food, set the motherfucking food out for you. Not only that, they prepared the food at the restaurant for you. They got up this morning to do this shit because it was such a goddamn large order. And they got a big fat donut. And when they came, I'm only laughing because it was just like, it's like one of those things where it's like, all you can do is be like, oh shit, this is the game. This is really it. When I ain't gonna say her name, but when the girl came back, it was like the color. It's like the color was drained from her face, bro. It was trash. It was the most trash thing. If I ever cater anywhere, I don't give a fuck what the restaurant is, okay? It could be McDonald's, it could be Wendy's. I know I always say Wendy's. I like saying Wendy's. It could be any of these, it could be anything. And I catered that bitch and they come in there and they set out the food for me and my fucking people, okay? I'm tipping them comparable to what I'm paying. If I got enough money to cater a fucking event to where I'm going to a chain restaurant, I'm not gonna say where I work. Some of y'all know where I work. Where I go to a chain restaurant and cater, okay? And I know these people have to do this. I'm gonna tip those people because I know those people don't make nothing. That's just me, though. That's just me. I'm a brokey and I tip if I go out to a restaurant, okay? That's just how I am. And it's not just because I'm a server. It's just because I just feel like if somebody's gonna give me service, it is what it is. But here's the thing. A lot of people don't like tipping. I get it. I do get it. Tipping culture is ass, right? So I think, right, when the robots come, the robots have to be able to keep up with everything that your server is able to keep up with, which at a certain point, they probably going to be able to do that. Like I say, give it 2-3 years, the robot's going to be doing everything. Anything that I can do, a robot can do better. Isn't there an automatic gratuity on orders? No, Amber. Not at every restaurant. Some restaurants do the automatic gratuity. Ours don't. And I'm glad that ours don't. I don't want ours doing no automatic gratuity, mostly because if you're going to give me something, I want it to be what you want me to have. I don't ever want you to look at your bill and be like, 20, I got to give you 20%, your ass. Like, I don't want you to do that. Or you don't have the 20% or whatever the case may be, and you feel obligated to give me money. There are people that come in there like all the time, right? Not all the time, not the same people, but there's families that come in there, okay? And I could tell that this family, and it's not me judging them or nothing like that, but I could tell that this is a event for this family, not because of a birthday or anything like that, but because they got some money together to come out to eat. And I'm gonna give them just the best amount of service if somebody was gonna be fucking tipping me $50 or $75 because they're coming out there to take their kids out to be catered to a certain degree. I don't expect them people to tip me. I don't. Not like that. Like they give me a little something, I'm happy for that. You see what I'm saying? Like I really feel like that. Like because if I've been in that situation where you want to take your family out and you know maybe you're on a budget. I'm not expecting nobody to fucking break the bank tipping me because I brought some goddamn food to your table. It ain't that serious. You see what I'm saying? It ain't that hard of a job. And I always, oh shit, I hate when I do that shit. Let me see, how do I do that? There we go. 2 or 3 years. You think that's soon? Yeah, Gina, because even out here we have robotic servers, okay? We have, they're on wheels and they have carts, but that's what I do. Like I go, like essentially, if you really break down my job, okay, when you come into the restaurant, I greet you, obviously. Hey, how y'all doing? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. Can I get y'all something to drink? A robot can easily do that. Or you can come in and literally talk to the robot at the table or the kiosk or whatever, right? And get your drink right there. The robot can probably just bring your drink right out with no bullshit. I always am looking and see who's coming in the restaurant, so I always know when somebody's in my section. So I immediately greet people. But some servers are not that quick. Some servers are back there popping their gums. You come sit at your table. You waiting to you parched from the fucking the Las Vegas fucking desert heat and your server is not at the table, you start thinking about, hey, maybe that robot will be quicker, right? So the robot comes to your table, right? Brings you your drink. The next time you see your server, because you put everything in on the kiosk, that nigga's bringing you your food, the robot. They already have that here, like literally on wheels. That's all you do. You go to the thing, just like how my restaurant has. We have like these little like kiosk things, and you come, you just can put that in. But instead of me seeing it in the back, a robot sees it. The cooks just, instead of sliding into the window, slide it into the robot. The robot comes directly out there. You eliminate the middleman. You don't have to tip me. The robot, the restaurant don't have to worry about us as servers who are fucking a lot of cantankerous fucking people. If y'all ever seen the movie Waiting, y'all know what I mean when I talk about servers. You get rid of all of that, okay? Right? And you as the consumer are dealing directly with the restaurant, with the establishment. That's what they want to do. They want to get rid of the middleman in all these aspects. And yes, I think it's going to be a couple years. Technology behind the scenes are always. I think that's the reason a lot of these scientists are coming up missing, because they were scratching the surface of what reality is, and what's really running reality ain't ready. We as humans are not made to do that. We are batteries, bro. I'm telling you. I know I always bring up the Matrix, and I hate that the red pill community kind of killed that allegory. But the Matrix is a real thing. We are fucking Duracells, bro. We're fucking copper tops. We are batteries. What they do is all this is meaningless, really. Like at the end of the day, like you said, who said that? Payway boy. Petway boy. We freaking, we 50 years ahead, right? So think about that, right? All of what we're doing, all this, we're laboring to do this and do that, X, Y, and Z. No, we just doing that because they extract energy from us. Whether it's, I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know if it's something we can't see. I don't know if it's psychic energy. I don't know what it is. But the stressors are getting up every day and surviving in a world where where you're conscious enough to know that technology can make the world comfortable for everybody. Like everybody can live like kings in this day. And kind of in a Western world, there's an argument to be made that we kind of do. But without going there, you get what I'm saying. Nobody has to be sick. Medical issues taken care of. We don't have to have poison in our food. We don't have to have all that could be real. But the fact that it's not, the fact that we're still talking about wars in 2026 when we know that shit is dumb, like to me, it shows that there's a higher game being played that we as humans, we're just the pawns on, right? So when you sit there and say, oh yeah, technology's all that, like, and when you talk about them scientists, when you really look at a lot of the theories that they were scratching on, especially when it comes to propulsion and theoretical propulsion, like what is it, portals, interdimensional this advanced physics shit, that shit starts scratching the fabric of reality, okay, and what we are as actual entities, not just as human beings, but as entities. When you start to like really go into like what consciousness actually is, what are we, what is the spark of consciousness, right? Not just because you woke up in a fucking human body and you were conscious. What is consciousness? What reaches beyond like this physical form that binds us together, right? What is the ether? All these things that these scientists were going into, y'all can't talk about that shit because y'all niggas got no. Some restaurants have tablets at the table. Yeah, like mine. We have it right at the table. Yes, we do. We're souls having a human experience as slaves in this realm. I can see it that way, Petway. I can honestly see it that way. Let me see. There would be a war at the end of the day where we're just smart monkeys, but you can't get rid of the greedy and the emotions. It's hard to get rid of like greed and emotions because we're low vibrational creatures. We all desire, like everything that we desire is low vibrational, right? You crave, like even just the act of craving meat, right? I'm not saying this because I'm a vegetarian. Let's say food in general. I don't want to say meat. Food in general is technically an act of violence. Is a low vibrational thing. Something has to die in order for you to satiate yourself here. Something, like whether it's an animal or a plant, a mineral, something has to perish in order for you as an entity to live. So what's to say that something isn't feeding off of you? Something like you, who is whether you like it or not, you are a higher functioning life form here on this planet, right? What's to say that there's not some other type of entity that we can't see, some other form of something that we can't see, that like our that we just can't see on the whatever frequency that we can see on, whatever spectrum we can see on, that's like literally energy vampires that just play on us every day when you get up, every day when you clock in, every day when you go to work. It's something draining you, something just like, oh yeah. And deep down, the soul, the higher self, the higher your higher self wants to create. You don't want to be a slave. You don't want to just like work. You want to do stuff. You want to, and it's not, you know, you want to do stuff. Like, it's not, you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You want to go out and be a human being. You want to create things. You want to make life. You want to make art. You want to make culture. You know what I'm saying? You want to have discussions and things about the stuff that's in your head with people that have similar ideas and ruminate on those ideas. And hopefully sometimes if those ideas are good, they come to fruition without worrying about some fucking alien force that is the government, the powers that be, they, them, whatever the fuck you want to call them, perverting that or fucking it up or corrupting it in such a way that it's not real anymore. And that's what we living in. We living in like this energy matrix. And the biggest thing that one of the big, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. In the times that I've been suicidal, and I'm not getting on some religious stuff, just stick with me. Besides God, one thing that's a constant like thing in my mind is that I don't feel like I just die. Like I feel like once, yeah, I think the consciousness dies. Like this whatever I'm feeling here obviously dies, it's gone. But whatever the spark is in here, that shit don't die. That shit just jump someplace else. And of course, I'm not gonna have no recognition, no physical recollection of this experience. But at some point, I don't want to be a physical being. I don't want to be I don't want to be something that desires like touch and taste and smell. I want to be higher than that. But that's beyond me, right? Because of my own vices and my own inabilities to let go of worldly things, like my possessions. I love my toys. I like my PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like there's things here I like. I like my weed. You know what I mean? Like there's things I like. Maybe a bit like bacteria. Archon Grid. You're so right. Life is a game. Get as many points as you can with the time that you have. Win conditions depend on your level. Yeah. It'll be measured by wealth, power, character, proximity to God. Play to win. Soul trapped in the prison planet. The rabbit is whole. It's super deep. It is. It's real deep. And so when they start talking about, so I guess we can get into the whole, what they're talking about with these ultra-terrestrials, and that's what the thumbnail is. Those ugly motherfuckers. Some of them kind of look like me. Them things are hideous, bro. I don't know if y'all done seen these ultra-terrestrial things. I'm gonna show them right here. But if you didn't see the thumbnail, I'm gonna pull it up right here on my phone. These things are hideous, okay? And apparently, these things are us from 47,000 years in the future and 52,000 years in the future. So apparently, aliens aren't aliens at all. They're us from the future. These are grays. The reason that their eyes look like that, I remember when these pictures first actually hit the net years ago, over 10 years ago. And the reason that they don't, and I know why they don't have their lenses on. So when y'all see them with those whole black things, those are just lenses. Those lenses come off, okay? So they supposedly took those lenses off, and here's like a high definition picture of our descendants. But what the fuck happened? If this is really real, okay? What the fuck happened between right now and this time to why we all fucked up like this? What happened? What the fuck happened to our great grandkids? I don't know how many greats, I'm just saying. These motherfuckers are hideous. These motherfuckers are gone. So are they coming back in time to tell us that like is this our fate? Is this the fate of man? That's terrible, bro. Look at this shit, bro. Imagine coming home, and this is your fine shit right here. That's your fine. That's your wife. Look at her. She bomb as hell, bro. You said nuclear fallout apocalyptic? Yeah, hold on. I want to read that comment up there. We'll see. You can't destroy only matter change. Yeah, matter changes. Energy don't just dispel. It has to become something else. You know what I mean? I'll put Doritos for 1,000 years. If that was from the future, it could be a possible option to follow. That's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing. I don't even believe that. I don't believe that. Like, if they're from the future, our perception of what time is not. It has to be something different, right? It can't be just like this linear thing to where it's like, we look at the watch and it's like, oh, 7 this, and then like I don't think that would be what time is. Time would have to be something that's more of a physical thing that you can actually warp and bend and manipulate. But what they're saying, and they're saying that they're interdimensional. They're not. When they say from the future, they're from a time. They're from a dimension. Okay, how to put it? So dimensions are like stacks of layers. Imagine multiple universes on top of each other, right? They're from another layer, right? But from a different time on that layer. So if this is, let's say our universe is universe A, they're from universe B, just from a different time in universe B. And for some reason, man, and with the universe, and this is maybe what those physicists and everybody was figuring out, they cross over from that universe to this universe. And maybe they're trying to figure out what variable caused them to end up all fucked up. You understand? What did we do in this time that caused them to lose their light? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I blame you if I have some fucked up. And that's not even scary to me. That's sad. Like that's what we going. I mean, like, really, like, think about it. And somebody said nuclear fallout. If somebody made the theory, maybe we move underground at some point and we're not getting a lot of sunlight and we're not getting a lot of nutrients and we're fucking all dopamined out because we're jacked into the, matrix with like all these shits in our head to live out these simulations for a couple thousand years. And that's what we turn into. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? EB. Look up the Matilda interview with the gray alien. The grays get a bad reputation. I think so too. And like I've said before, I've seen a few interviews where people have allegedly had these interactions with them through the government and through these, whatever. And nobody's saying that these things are malicious. Nobody's sitting up there saying that these things are trying to kill nobody. In fact, a couple people I've seen when they talk about them or they had personal relationships with them, they've gotten quite emotional talking about these things or like, but then I also start to think about if AI is a thing right now, right? If AI fuckery is happening right now, how do I know? And I'm not even talking about just the pictures. I'm talking about the actual entities themselves. How do we know that's not some AI fuckery? How do we know that AI hasn't, let's say in 100 years or not even 100 years, maybe even the way it's going now, 10, 20 years, they figured out some kind of way to warp its way into reality. And this is all some big manipulation game. Like people keep saying Project Bluebeam. They're getting ready to fake a fucking alien invasion, y'all. I don't know if y'all realize that. That's what's about to happen. Either that or a Messiah. Or the aliens come and then a Messiah comes and saves us from the aliens. But some kind of way it's going to involve aliens. That's why they keep talking about aliens. That's why they're showing these old ass pictures of these now ultra-terrestrials. That's why they talk about now UAPs and giving them more official names. And, they're doing this to gear the public to be comfortable enough to deal with the fact that, oh, you're not here alone. And the purpose of all that is to have one world government, is to have one government. That's the whole point. New World Order. That's what it's been about the whole fucking time. The game has not changed. And if you want to convince people of that, you have an alien invasion. You want one government and where everybody has to live under this technocracy, this whole totalitarian system where there is no resistance towards it. There's no voices speaking against this, like I said, this totalitarian government, this fucking this technocracy, like, then what do? You fucking fake something so big, something so terrifying that people have no choice but to bend the knee. And that's why I believe that we're going with this. I'm not afraid. I don't give a fuck. I'm not bending the knee to no fucking ultra-terrestrial, extraterrestrial, none of these niggas. Fuck them. Extraterrestrial is bitch for other parts of Earth. Either God, me and you, we have similar beliefs. I don't try not to go into that, because then you have to get into flat earth, you get into the firmament, and then a lot of people like try to think that I'm talking religion, and I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the realm. I believe that we live in a geocentric universe. So whether you believe the world is round or flat or whatever, I believe that we live in a geocentric universe. I believe that we are the center of the universe. That's what I believe. I don't believe the constellations haven't changed in all this time, because we're not flying through the universe around the sun like this. The constellations are the same as they were fucking 20,000, fucking 30,000, 40 goddamn thousand years ago. They've been the same forever, right? And they haven't changed because we're in the same fucking place. The universe revolves around us. This is what I believe. I don't give a fuck what NASA's telling me. I don't give a fuck what these textbooks and what the government's telling me. I'm telling you what I feel as a being, what I feel when I look up in the sky, what I felt my whole life and I was confused about forever. I feel like, yes, this is a realm. And like Eda God said, I feel like beyond this realm, on this plane, there are other realms beyond this one. And in those realms, right, y'all call them dimensions, they call them dimensions, whatever. But I say like physical realms here in this here in this geocentric universe where visitors come in from. That's what I believe it too. Whether they be drones or whatever it is, that's what I honestly feel. Just like how he said that they're from the outside of it. That's what I feel. I do. You know what I mean? You think that they're patching up this? You think they're patching up the game, kind of like almost like agents of the system, and we're not almost like somebody made the. How did they put it? They said that the grays, that them things from ultra-terrestrials, are the universe's way, or the higher life form. Remember I was saying, like, I believe that this game is being played by a higher life form, right? God, whatever. I think between us and God, there's something else. So let's put it like that. So we're not talking about God. We're talking about something above humans, something that's not physical, but has to interact with the physical universe, right? So when it has to interact with the physical universe, it has to send these drones in there to interact with the physical universe. And that's what those gray things are. That's what somebody theorized, that those grays are drones, soulless drones that they send here to interact with this physical universe simply because they can't interact with the physical universe. But I disagree with that only because people, like I said, have had these interactions with the grays, and some of these interactions and where the grays have shown them things, these grays have had lives. Like, they wasn't like these just mindless fucking things. These were actually compassionate beings, right? So I mean, there's the like debating things, or there could be different types of beings, different types of aliens, different types of drones, androids, whatever the fuck you want to call that, what we're looking at. You know what I'm saying? My mom always believed they were responsible for the pyramids. I believe that the pyramids are a deeper thing than what I think they are too. I think there's a lot deeper, I'm spitting this shit, a lot deeper than what, like what they tell us what it is. Oh, they got this limestone from this quarry and they just took it over here and was all precise with it. Obviously, it's something there. Yeah, and also when they call things, yeah, I think so too. It's all fucked up, bro. Either way, MGA, we're being held back from other life forms always because people want to control that energy from us. If they keep us in this matrix, we get up, we go to work, we have these debates, we have these wars, we have these back and forths. Whatever's feeding off of us continues to eat well, off of humans, off of fear, off of doubt, off of uncertainty. Higher enlightenment means you become a higher life form, meaning that there isn't the physical and carnal desires that we have as these mortal creatures evaporate. There are other things to aspire to in this universe, like there is religion. does a way of trying to explain that, but religion has been so perverted over time that it became moral police, right? It's like, oh, it's just like God said this, God said that. Where obviously when people were a little bit more enlightened and more in tune with the world and with the way things were, they had a better understanding of our place here and how being here, our purpose here is to find enlightenment, is to become higher forms of life forms, not just to be these dogs in the dirt that just desire like physical shit. Like this shit don't mean nothing, bro. It doesn't. It really don't. At the end of the day, I tell myself that all the time. I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, so I bought this, right? And when I buy stuff like this, I get super happy. I'm not gonna even hold you up. Like, I bought this on my way to work the other day, and like it made my day. It made my day good, right? But then there's this high, right? There's this high I feel. There's this physical high. But then there's this like emptiness, right? And then I'm like, it's just a piece of plastic. It is. It's a useless thing, right? And I know I'm not supposed. I shouldn't dim my own light and my own happiness like that, but it's not even me dimming it. It's more me just looking at the reality of what shit is. It don't mean nothing. It doesn't. Even the time I spend at work is more valuable than what I get out of it, right? The paycheck, the money, right? The time. And I'm not just talking about the time that they're taking from me or that I'm giving to them, but the experience, the back and forth, the interaction with every human being, every fucking second matters. It don't seem like it because we just living in this shit. But at some point, it's all gonna fucking slow down and it's all gonna go away, and it doesn't matter. And you pull back the layers to all this stuff, and it's like, okay, there's something deeper there. And if we could connect on that together, like as a species, like as a community, as that's what we were working towards, we would find that, but we don't. We work against each other because the powers that be put us against each other in this physical universe to covet things that matter not, to judge each other off of things that don't matter about a goddamn thing, right? But we do because it's a curse almost, right? And so I don't know. Yeah, it is all about gaining knowledge and getting out of this trap. At some point, I hope so. But I have a feeling I have a few more cycles. It's why the national forests are closed off to the public. All types of heat, yeah, all types of shit. I admire the childish spirit. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. I do. I just think like for me personally, even if that is the case, if like, let's say reincarnation, you want to call it, or your soul ain't, I feel like I have a few more iterations, and that bothers me. And that's why I feel like I have a few more iterations, because it pisses me the fuck off. I don't want to have to deal with human bullshit or this physical universe after I die. I don't have no say in that though, right? The universe does. And it'll recycle my energy into something else, right? And a lot of it has to do with my rage and my lust. It does. Like, I have these thoughts, right, about some of the injustices that I see. And then if I let myself sit in those thoughts, that rage is so dark. It is so deep. It is a primordial hatred. You understand? It's all consuming. It's the reason that you have like all these men sitting in prison. It's that demon. It's the reason that you have so many men in the grave. It's a darkness, a deep darkness, right? So I see like certain things. Like I'll give y'all a perfect example. Y'all heard about this David kid, right? And what he did to the little girl, right? And I see like the song and dance. This man met this little girl when she was 11 years old, okay? Now I get that at a certain point, he was young, but he wasn't that young. You stop being attracted to middle schoolers when you get out of middle school. By the time I was out of middle school, you were attracted to titties and ass, and you were attracted to like the female form, not no little girls. This motherfucker was going to high schools and he groomed a little girl, the Celeste girl, groomed her. And when she was going to reveal the fact that, you know, she had an abortion and that they had this relationship right before his album dropped, he kills her. He stabs her up, chops her up in a fucking kiddie pool, right? The state comes out with all this evidence, showing off all this evidence. But without even the state evidence, this boy has been singing about this shit for the last 3 fucking years or whatever his career has been on. He's been making a public spectacle out of it. So I sit there and I think about that little girl, right? And what he did to her. And I think about the rigmarole that we going through. And I get mad. And I'm like, why don't we just set this motherfucker on fire? Like, why don't we like literally parade him out? And I know we got to have we have to have a trial. But I'll give you a perfect example. They just executed the man in Texas. They killed 2 people back I believe in the early 2000s or the late 90s. They went to go, no, it was in the 2000s. Go back. Him and his partner killed these 2 men. Okay, ended up taking $2 off of him. This man had no remorse for killing them back in the day. They murked his ass yesterday. The state did. Texas killed him. You know, he had the death penalty or whatever. But my heart, my dark heart, was angry because how callous he was about killing 2 innocent people. Why did he get to go so peacefully? Why did he get to go behind closed doors with dignity? Why wasn't he paraded out in the public and made an example out of so that the other monkeys could fucking see what happens when you become a fucking animal, right? Why don't we take these people out here that do what they do to these kids and stuff and castrate them for everybody, right? And I'm saying this because I feel this deeply. It ain't even like a little bit. Like, if it was up to me, right? Some of these politicians and some of these business people that take from the people would have their hands taken from their bodies. And they would live the rest of this world without them. Poor, broke, destitute, like so many fucking people I see out here. Some of them I would take their fucking feet. You understand? These are the thoughts I have constantly, and I know I'm stuck here in this hell for at least another couple cycles. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way I'm getting to heaven. If that's a thing. There's no way I'm seeing enlightenment. Because when I feel that in my heart, I feel that shit in my fucking heart. I feel that shit in my soul, bro. I do. I don't like the fact that monsters get to like live comfortably after they've done monstrous things. When the world didn't used to permit that. When it was found out that some people did certain things, some motherfuckers get buried alive. Oh well. You get let me stop. I'm sorry. But that's why I know I'm fucked up. I try though. And I pray on that all the time. I appreciate y'all, dude. I appreciate y'all. You have to be clean before you can get it. Yeah, you do. And I won't see it. And that's why I've never taken like psychedelic drugs and stuff, because of what I know that's in my spirit and what I see. Like sometimes, like in my own head, I don't want to, like I know I have to confront that shit in a spiritual realm, you know what I'm saying? And like I know, like, you know, you can't always just pray that stuff away because that is something that I have to face, and those are my demons, you know. But it's a thing, you know what I mean? I've always felt like I'm above the human existence as experience. I don't care how it sounds, but this human shit really is beneath me. I feel you, Amber. Get all of our dark stains out over and over. I think that's what I think is happening, bro. I think we just of course we live this life and we go through it, and it's such a time, and it seems so long. But I think we're here to experience this and do exactly what you say. Wipe ourselves clean so that our spirits can be enlightened. But that shit is not something that's easy for me. So it's that part. And then it's also it's the lustfulness, right? Especially like the internet and society don't help it. You know what I'm saying? Women love to dress half naked, and I'm not putting that on them. I'm not gonna throw that on them and be like, oh, put some fucking clothes on. But it does affect me, right? It does affect my lustful fucking spirit, right? Not because I'm like just like this horn dog or whatever, but because I'm a lustful person. Like I'm very flirty, all that shit. And I don't want to be like that, right? Like I don't want to always feel like that. I don't want to always feel like, oh, there could be instances where I could be manipulated because of the fucking flesh. You feel me? Like I want to be above that. You know what I'm saying? And I've been good about it, but I want to be better about it, if that makes sense. But yeah, man. My email, my email is funny. My email is what's the email for this channel? The action figure at Gmail. And that's just how y'all can reach me at the actionfigure at gmail.com. But yeah, man, I just think it's fucking crazy, bro. And then they got this whole car surveillance thing coming out. I don't know if y'all have seen this. I mentioned it briefly in a video, right? Let me see. You said it makes the most sense. I'm glad God made it that way so that the good can be separated from the bad. But like, do you think that, like, because sometimes I think that maybe we all go through each other's experiences to a certain degree. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day I'm going to live your experience and maybe one day you're going to live my experience. Maybe it won't be the same, right? Maybe it'd be, it'll be some variations to it, but maybe, you know what I'm saying? It maybe God wants to see how you would handle certain things that I had to handle, and I have to handle certain things that you've had to handle, how I would deal with them. Maybe there are things that you've had to deal with that my spirit couldn't deal with, right? And maybe there are things that my spirit could deal with that you would that I couldn't deal with very well, that your spirit would excel at, right? Like maybe there are things, maybe like this is like some big ass experiment where God is like putting like different pieces here through all these various souls to see what actually connects and what works. You feel me? Like it could be that. It could be that. I'm just throwing shit out there. This is something I was just thinking. I was staying at a cheap motel here in Jacksonville for a long time and then living in my car at a Planet Fitness. Now I finally got a house. Things can change and get better. I just hope I have a safe job. Congratulations, man. I'm glad that you ain't in your car no more. I know that shit is stressful. A lot of people don't know how much work it takes to fucking live outside and to be living out of Planet Fitness and stuff. That shit is talk about energy draining. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. And now, I've been mentioning the whole car shit, right? They're making it so that every car after 2027 has to have the biometric thing that I was talking about the other day in one of my videos. And I just think that's another level of stress. And if I'm paying for a fucking vehicle, why the fuck do I have to not only pay the insurance company, not only do I have to pay for registration every year, right? As if the fucking car has changed. But now y'all telling me that the car gets to decide whether I get to drive it or not? That's insane. That's literally crazy. It's like dystopian, right? And you see shit like that and you get mad and you're like, why do they want that much level? Well, I know why they want that much level of control, but I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. It enrages me. It pisses me off.
Congress officially mandated that by 2027, every single new car has to have cameras that watch your eyes, and your car can literally decide if you're allowed to drive or not. So this is not a bill and it is not a proposal. It was actually already signed into law
in
2021.
I remember.
Every single new car sold in America by 2027 has to have infrared cameras on your steering column.
Every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving, and if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself.
They're saying that these cameras would not only just track your eye movement, but also your pupil size and your head position the entire time you're driving. If the camera decides that you're impaired, it can prevent the car from starting, or it can slow you down mid-drive. Hello? The agency that's in charge of this entire thing just told Congress that the technology isn't even ready yet because there has been so many mistakes. Even at 99.9% accuracy of this software, millions of sober drivers would be locked out of their own car every single year. Your car could literally shut you out of it because of sunlight or because you looked away for 1 second. So that's the problem. There is no federal opt-out, and Congress is literally fighting about it right now to decide whether or not they're going to keep it or end it. So the question really is, do you guys want this to be a thing or no?
Of course nobody. Who the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I would have thrown my phone. Who the fuck wants that to be a thing? Raise your hand. You know what I mean? Who the fuck wants that, bro? You know what I mean? That shit is crazy, bro. The newer your car is, the more control they have. Abso-fucking-lutely, man. They're just being the best beast they can. Right? What are they doing, bro? Just leave us the fuck alone, bro. It's just too much. Let us be. It's already to where you have to go through your fucking dealership and do your car manufacturer, where it used to be you could fix your own shit. They didn't made it so that all of the cars, remember cash for clunkers? That was to take all of the old cars off the road that you could actually fix, the actual real cars, the old ones that you could just go get pieces for. The cash for clunkers took all that shit off the streets, talking about, oh, it's for small reasons, and replaced it with all this new shit. And eventually all this shit that's here now going to be replaced with the even newer shit. They're just gonna cut off and be like, yeah, we're gonna cut your shit off. That shit's too much, bro. I don't know why I keep doing that. YouTube. How do I turn it like, there we go. I just wish, why can't they let those that want this crap join, and those that want, because they don't want to leave people alone, right? Leave people the fuck alone, bro. They want to implement everybody into their new world order. You have to be a part of the grid. And they're already talking about, what's that guy? Sam Altman. They're saying that he's about to pay over $100 million to have this surgery that can potentially be fatal, to put this microchip in his head. They're so desperate to become robots, bro. They're so desperate to be immortal, to immortalize themselves. And do something. If you do, and what they don't understand is, with all of the money and all of the power that they have, if they actually did something good for humanity, they would be immortal. Yeah, you may not be immortal in the flesh, but your name is immortal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will live fucking forever doing something good for humanity, as opposed to being greedy pieces of shit. Like, think about it. Men of the past will take their wealth and be like, you know what, I'm gonna try to do something dope. But then I start realizing that the men of the past built this world. They're the ones that built the fucking school system. They're the ones that built the banking system. They're the ones that built all this shit. They were fucked up too. And these are their descendants. So we can't really expect too much from them. Like, right? They're fucked up. They're fucking recessive motherfuckers. Yep, 1970s cars you can just fix. They want us all to participate in that shit, bro. It's fucked up, bro. But anyway, y'all. Oh, yeah. Oh, so yeah, we're going to do it. Hold on, real quick. Let me move this shit. I'm sorry. And we're going to do a room tour real quick. Real brief. I do got a couple new things in here. Hold on. There we go. All right. Now we ain't all in my business. All right, how we gonna do this? All right. So like I said, I do have some Marvel Legends over here. So this light right here is a cool one. I'm gonna turn this off for just a second. I'm gonna show y'all what it looked like at night here. Cause sometimes I'll just be up here daydreaming. I don't know if y'all can see it, but hold on. Cause I got all these other lights on in here, so you can't really see it that well. But at night, these toys light up because this light has that on the back, and it's also like this little light on the front. Okay. Yeah, then I have like all this Marvel shit. Of course, I have my diorama. I use this for my other channel when I'm fucking doing videos on them. I promise, I'm supposed to be making videos on my other channel, but I dedicate a lot of times to this channel, so I neglect that channel a lot, and I feel bad because there's a lot of gaming stuff and toy stuff that I be wanting to talk about. But I am gonna show y'all some of the toys, because there's always new shit up here. Like I said, my favorite thing is the Masters of the Universe stuff. Those are only down there because I was showing y'all the stuff. I eat a lot of cashews, y'all, and a lot of mango. A lot of it. Like, I do have a snack drawer here. We are doing a room tour. I have a snack drawer. I have like all kind of, let's see, more cashews. I get my protein for the most part. See, more mangoes. I don't know how much. I don't know how much all the collectibles are worth. They're worth a lot to me though. Oh shit! Let me see. Snack drawer, just a regular ass snack drawer. I like little diorama here. Hold on. A lot of the collection though. So I'm gonna be I keep trying to tell y'all, my girl spoils the fuck out of me, bro. I don't buy all this shit. This monitor, she bought me this monitor because I was playing when she bought me the PlayStation. Okay, she got me this last month, and then she was like, "Oh shit, like." Your monitor's small. Let me go ahead and hook you up with. Let me go ahead and get you that monitor. Let me go ahead and do that baby monitor. So she ended up coming over here with the fucking monitor. All right, that's her. She ended up getting me the goddamn arcade stick. I got a whole nother controller that I haven't used yet. Okay, and then she's always, whenever she goes to the store, she's like, Jeremy, I found the Masters. I saw some Masters of the Universe, this or that, and da da da. And then she just be bringing me that shit. So that's how I got a lot of these toys. I ain't gonna even hold y'all up. It ain't like I'm making money like that. So here's my DC shit. She got me this Batman too. I think she got it off of AliExpress. That is not a McFarlane one. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Cashews are expensive. Yeah, they are. She gets them at Costco. She's the one that always bring them cashews over here. But I do eat cashews regardless. I love cashews. Hold on, let me see. I just hate their doused in artificial sugar. You talking about like the sweet ones? Yeah. Yeah, and they'll get you fat real quick eating them. Let me say, they like eating them bitches. But yeah, like favorite character, Wonder Woman. All right. But yeah, she got that on AliExpress. A couple more. Batman and Superman. That's like one of my more recent Batmans that I got up there. That's the movie Superman. Gal Gadot sucked as Wonder Woman, but I do like that armor. That movie was terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible. But anyway, then you move over here. I have this up here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is not going to be permanent. This is just like right here for the time being because I just wanted to put it up here and to get it out the way. But there's my Castle Grayskull. We got the movie He-Man. That's one of the characters she brought over here the other day. So he's in front of Castle Grayskull. I was in the toy store downtown or over here the other day, and I saw this Adora. I don't know if y'all can see her. So I ended up picking her up. And then here's I've shown these a million times, my DC toys, because these are like my favorites. Like, and then there's a shitload more Batman and Superman over here too. But yeah, and then I have some shit like under my bed, like in the little storage area under my bed that I just don't have no space for, or I just don't like. I just don't have them. I don't want to put them up right now. Oh, my kitchen. I'm gonna show y'all my ghetto ass kitchen too. So my kitchen needs some work, y'all. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. This is how I'm living over here. I burn a lot of candles. I do need to clean my stove. I know this is fucked up. I drink out of these water things. I did do the dishes earlier today, but then I messed them up, haven't washed. I keep a lot of my art supplies and stuff right here. Oh, no, don't turn. A lot of my art supplies and stuff right here because when I end up painting, a lot of times I end up having to paint right here, and I have to paint before I leave because it's like spray paint. So a lot of times it'd be like fumes and stuff in here, and I'd be losing brain cells. Wait, hold on. I hate this fucking thing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. No effects. No. What is it doing? I'm not trying to do that. What is it doing? Why is it doing that? Hold on. I'm just trying to open my tripod. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Why is it doing that? What is it doing? There we go. This tripod sucks, bro. Got my head turning all big and shit. Let me see. No effects. There we go. What the fuck was that? Oh my God, no effects. There we go. Oh my God. Y'all saw that shit? Thank you, Dave Skizzle. I love my little corner of the world. People always asking me, and they be asking me for a reason. what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing this weekend? Nothing. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. They nosy as fuck. Like, especially it's like a couple of the I ain't gonna say they titles, but a couple of the women that I be working with, they want to know so much about who I'm dating, when she's coming by, what we do, all this stuff. I'm like, I don't get into that shit, bro. Like, cause y'all are fucking catty, y'all are nosy, y'all are catty, and y'all have ulterior motives. But every like at least once a week, they have to like try to slide in what my love life is looking like, and I'm not trying to talk about that shit. I see roadkill over there on the sidewalk on the bus stop 2 days consecutively, bro, enjoying his best life. Here's some road. Here's my bear hat or whatever. But yeah, man, like I said, like it's about to get real interesting. Y'all got 17,000 people that were just laid off from Spirit, okay? And I know people, we could talk all the shit we want about Spirit Airlines, you know what I'm saying? We know that's the hood, the soul plane of airlines, at least for a lot of people, because it was an affordable option for a lot of people to fly around the country. But after what I believe 42 years in service, they used to be called something else, I think Charter Airlines or something like that. They are kaput. They literally cut operations, some mid-flight, saying, yeah, this is going to be one of our last flights. You had pilots and shit crying, crew members crying, people being laid off. That's 17,000 more people coming into the workforce. 17,000 people, 17,000 more people that are going to have to try to find a job, on top of all of the people who were laid off earlier this year because of AI and all this other stuff. The 17,000 more people that's going to have to enter the workforce right now, on top of the fact that we're losing the budget option as far as flying. You feel me? Like, it ain't looking good, fam. It ain't looking. It's looking shitty, bro. I remember when Trump, when he was about to get elected, he kept saying we're gonna be winning so much that you're gonna be tired of winning. Well, if this is what winning looks like, I'm fucking tired, bro. I'm fucking exhausted. Like, if this is what winning look. And to be fair, my personal life, like me personally, I'm good. Like, I have a lot of I'm blessed, right? Like, right? But that doesn't mean that I'm not aware of what's going on in the world. That doesn't mean that I'm not like one sickness or one paycheck away from being back out on the street and losing all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would put the shit in storage before I let that happen, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's always, it could be one thing. All this is temporary, always. You want to know how many times I've had to start over just to get to this point? Too many in my life, to the point where I'm never 100% comfortable. Even just when I collect the stuff that I collect, I'm like, yeah, it's for the time being. I enjoy it while I can enjoy it, but life always has a way of putting me and everybody else on a whole nother fucking adventure. But especially like with people like me, it's never always guaranteed. It's always some bullshit. It's always something happening. And with things getting harder, with things going to get more expensive, with gas, what is it? What is they not paying the Coast Guard? We still under this fucking temporary fucking government or partial government shutdown. There's still TSA agents not being paid. They're not paying the goddamn Coast Guard, to the point you have the admiral come out today and be like, yo, we need to have some fucking paychecks for our people. The military's not getting paid. Yeah, shitty fucking, we shit in the bed, bro. He was in the Avengers movie. He talking about Tony Stark. That's what people try to act like that nigga is. Motherfucker's not Tony Stark. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that, Deece, because I be trying to have some entertainment. That's why I try to do some of the more lighthearted videos with the reaction videos too, just to have some fun throughout the week too, because I enjoy making those videos and they're goofy, you know what I mean? And sometimes I don't want to be serious. Sometimes I just want to just to have some fucking fun, you know what I mean? Like, even sometimes when I get on here and I just want to talk about the games and stuff, it's just to have fun, because everything is fucked up. And we can see that. And people like me, I can come on here every day and point out that shit is fucked up, but y'all already know. I still hate electric bikes because of your early experience. Gina, there's a dude that I work with. He has a very nice electric bike. and every other week his shit is giving him issues, and I don't miss it at all. Like I said, I would much rather. I mean, the scooter ain't as safe as the bike, but it hasn't. Like I've had this same scooter now going on for almost a year, and it hasn't given me no fucking issues. Like I don't mind it. But even then, these scooters are so fucking dangerous that they put out a warning here in this city because so many people in Vegas use them. That I believe 200, at least the last time I checked, which was last week, 260 something people ended up in a hospital or unalived or dead. I hate saying unalived because of these fucking scooters, because of the way people be driving, because of the way. And I'm not even talking about the people in the car. I'm talking about the people on the fucking scooter. People on the scooter be reckless as hell. Most people don't wear helmets. Shit, for the longest time I didn't wear helmets, but after flying off and dislocating my finger earlier this year, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start wearing this helmet all the fucking time because next time it'll be my head. No, I haven't beat Spider-Man 2 yet, like because it pisses me off. I was kind of talking about it earlier. Naughty Dog does everything in their power to fucking kill the goddamn power fantasy, okay? If I'm playing as Spider-Man, okay, and I didn't level this nigga up, I done did all these side missions, I done did all this stuff, please stop taking my powers away from me. When I get in here and I turn on fucking Spider-Man, okay, I done been at work all day, I've been serving tables or whatever, and I turn on Spider-Man, you know who I want to play as? Fucking Spider-Man, either Spider-Man or Spider-Man, either one. I'll take either one. I'll play as either one. What I don't want to fucking do is play as Mary Jane. I don't want to fucking play as Peter Parker doing fucking off. I don't want to play as Miles Morales fucking off. All right. There's a mission in this goddamn game where you play as Miles's deaf girlfriend. I swear to God, y'all think I'm lying. I wish I would have recorded the shit. You play as this nigga's girlfriend who's deaf, right? So you play a whole mission where you don't hear no sound, which is the effect is cool, especially if you have headphones on, right? That's not the point. That's not the fucking point. The point is why am I playing as her in the Spider-Man game? What are we doing? Like, I'm doing that the other day. I got off work. I'm like, I'm gonna play a little bit of Spider-Man, right? I'm playing some Spider-Man. I'm playing as this little girl. I'm like, bro. And I'm not even trying to be like one of the people like, oh, go woke, Sony's woke, all that bullshit people be saying. That's not what I'm saying. But come the fuck on, bro. Y'all doing this shit on purpose now. Y'all doing that shit to draw us toxic, the toxic, shit up out of us gamers. Because y'all know we gonna comment on that shit. Who the fuck wants to play as that little girl? Come on, bro. The game is good, though. The game is good. The game is good, eat a guy. It is. I'm just talking shit. The game is dope. The game is dope. The graphics are dope. So far, the story is cool. I don't like Peter's face. I don't like Harry's face. I know I'm having issues, right? It's all personal shit. But gameplay wise, like the game itself, if I had to give it a rating on a scale from a 1 to a 10, I would honestly give it an 8. It is. It's that dope of a game. It's up there as a game. But there's too many times where I'm like, bro, where I'm literally sitting here looking at the game like, I know y'all not about to make me do this. I know I'm not about to play as Mary Jane and sneak through a whole field of niggas that I could just beat up. I know I'm not about to do that. And I get that it's a part of the story and all that other stuff. And then there's times where they be hoeing Spider-Man. And I know that Spider-Man get hoed. Like, I'm a Spider-Man fan. I know throughout his history, Spider-Man has gotten hoed. He can got bitched around. But this Spider-Man, sometimes I'll be like, this ain't my goat. This ain't my goat, bro. Where did you put it? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Like, is it that one where Mary Jane's is beauty challenge? Yep. It's that one. Beauty challenge. Yep. That's the one. That's goddamn the one. She got that. She got that Jay Leno look. Oh my god, I hate Mary Jane. And I used to then I grew up when I grew up, like when I was growing up, like I used to have this poster, okay? I had this Spider-Man poster. And it was him. I think it was drawn by John Romita Jr. or Senior, one of them. And it's really cool. It's like a white background. It's Spider-Man swinging. He got Mary Jane like swinging with her. It's like all the villains behind him. And in that time, I used to think, I was like, man, if Mary Jane was a real woman, Mary Jane would be one of the like hottest women like possible, right? Obviously, that's what I would think as a little boy. And then a movie came out, and Kristen Dunst was Mary Jane. I was like, and this is no hate to Kristen Dunst, but Kristen Dunst is pretty mid. You know what I mean? She's an average looking woman, right? Like she ain't like, you know, you would think like, because the thing about Mary Jane, the thing about Mary Jane was that Mary Jane's supposed to be like this super hot girl, right? That got with the nerdy guy, right? Like that was supposed to be like, but the movies made her into a bitch. Mary Jane, y'all go back and watch them three Spider-Man movies, and y'all tell me if Mary Jane is a likable character. I didn't like the bitch in when I saw the trilogy originally. My man Peter was going through it, okay? And I don't care how many times this nigga was saving lives and saving the city. This bitch always made it about her. Always. Always. My career is in the dumps. My career, me. You're not focused on me. This nigga's saving the city. This nigga's Spider-Man. Can this nigga have a moment? He can't even be like, oh my God, she couldn't be happy for this nigga throughout the entire trilogy. Then she gets with this nigga's best friend. She ended up like leaving this nigga, like, and then she finds out, oh, I'm gonna leave. She gets, oh my God, she's just the bop of the fucking century, bro. And then y'all gonna make me play as her in this fucking game where she has to interject herself to be this investigative journalist and all this other shit. I don't give a fuck about your career. I don't, Mary Jane. Oh, I gotta impress Jay Jonah and get these pictures, so I'm gonna literally put myself in danger, get kidnapped by the fucking lunatic fucking Craven mob people, okay? And then now you're gonna force me to play as you to get you out of this situation so you can contact Harry and Peter to come in here and save you. Fuck Mary Jane, bro. And I don't mean Mary Jane. I don't mean you. I don't mean you, baby. I don't mean you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about that bitch in that game. Oh my God. No, Andrew Garfield didn't have a Mary Jane. He had Gwen. Mary Jane wasn't in there. And even his Gwen, like I didn't like those movies that much. But even that Gwen was more supportive than, I mean, even her dad was more supportive than Mary Jane in the 3 original trilogy, you know what I mean? Like Mary Joanna. But I don't know what the fuck Mary Jane, I don't know why they want to make her unlikable. So one of the main reasons I wanted a PlayStation, and I was saving up for one before she just bought the shit. One of the main reasons I wanted a PlayStation is because of the Wolverine game that's coming out later this year by the same company, by Naughty Dog. And I'm worried. I am already worried. I'm worried I'm gonna be playing as somebody that ain't Wolverine. Okay. They're gonna make me do a couple missions as some maybe, I mean, I would say Kitty Pryde or something. I don't think she'd probably be in the game, like, but even her would be better than Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? Because she got powers, right? Any of the X-Men women would be better than Mary Jane. I would want to play as any of the X-Men women. Honestly, I wouldn't mind playing as having another playable X-Men in the Wolverine game, but making me play as fucking Mary Jane when there are other Spider women, when there are other fucking like women in the verse that are fucking way more interesting to play as. Come on, bro, don't make me do this. We're doing a representation thing. Fucking write Spider-Gwen into the goddamn game. At least she has spider power. She can have her own skill tree, all that. Mary Jane, and I know in the story, I know some spoilers. I know eventually she becomes Riot or something, whatever the fuck. Oh my God, bro. I'm gonna beat it though. It is an 8 out of 10. Oh, if you beat Sabretooth and they let you just let loose in Sabretooth, that'd be crazy. I did see that PSN DRM. So let's clarify some things. A lot of people think that after 30 days, you completely lose access to your digital library. That's not true. It just means that you have to log back in to get access to your digital library, right? Don't make it no better. I'm not saying that it makes it any better. I'm not saying, I mean, it does make it better because if you lost your games permanently, that's fucked up. That's a whole lawsuit. But the fact that Sony made it, the reason that Sony got so much goodwill at the beginning of the last generation was because of this whole DRM issue. Because Xbox tried it with everybody. They tried it with the Kinect. They tried it with Always Online, right? And Sony made it so that, hey, look, if you have a primary PlayStation and you could play these motherfucking games offline forever, right? It's offline. It's as long as it's offline, you're good. But now they made it so that anything you bought, I guess after March of this year, if you bought it digitally, if you don't check in after 30 days, you can't play those games offline. You have to take that shit back online so it could do that check, right? To reissue you a new license so that you can play those games again, right? So let's say, for instance, I went offline for 30 days with my PlayStation. Any game that I bought, that I paid for with my money after March of, because I didn't get my PlayStation until April 1st. Any game that I bought after March, which I bought Stellar Blade. So let's say I got Stellar Blade. I've been playing Stellar Blade. If I don't take this PlayStation online for 30 days, after 30 days, I can't play Stellar Blade until I go back online to reactivate that license. Do y'all get how that works? That's still ass. It's still garbage. I'm sorry. I hate this digital future shit because of that. Like, and I am very, like I was telling my girl, like, as far as big games, I'm gonna be doing physical now. Like, because if shit, there's been times in the past where I didn't have the internet. Okay, and shit, I've told the story on here. Back in the day when me and my kid's mom first split up and I moved out here to Vegas, I didn't have shit, and I was on when I first got on child support. I'm going through all this mental shit. I wanted to take myself out the game. Okay, the only thing that was keeping me sane was my PS4 and my copy of Metal Gear Solid 5. I played that shit every fucking night. Okay, that's all I did. I just zoned out, listened to podcasts, play that shit, got my mind right, work out during the day. That's all I did, right? And my PlayStation 4 was not online at that time at all. But I had access to that game and all my other games because that game was my primary PlayStation. So I was able to fucking get my stuff and play my games. Now, if this was the same time, I mean, I have two internet sources. I have actually three internet sources. I have my phone. I pay for internet here, and then we also have internet here in the building. So I don't have that problem here. But if it was the same time, I wouldn't be able to access my games because of this whole DRM shit. And that's fucking ass, bro. Like, don't do your consumers like that who have had goodwill over all this time. And I'm hearing that people were able to sign into two PlayStations because you can have your primary and then you can have one in another room and then y'all can sign in and y'all can play together. Typically can't do that now. They fucking shit up, bro. How did I meet my current girl? Y'all want to know how I met her? I met her on the internet. I met her on a dating site, like a lot of people tend to do nowadays. And we end up meeting downtown. I think we end up walking. I mean, we end up meeting up downtown. We end up getting something to eat. We end up coming back here, chilling for a little bit, and we end up just hitting it off. Really, like that's just how it worked. But yeah, it was that's how it worked. And we've been talking for. It'll be a year next month. Yeah, a year now. Yeah, I heard they coming because a lot of physical games, Petway, a lot of physical games are essentially just a license on the disc. There's no game on the disc. It ain't like a lot of these games you just put in the fucking tray and just play off the tray without updating anyway. They coming for that shit too. You right. Yeah, they consider we have the consumers, but they consider that shit. Y'all, yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, that's how we met online, and that's a hard thing to do because even that, like, I was dating, I had started dating again and getting online and dating and doing the whole thing, I'm not trying to put too much of my business out here, but I had met people just being out, right, too. But the thing about that here in this city, and I'm pretty sure it's probably like this in Atlanta, probably like Miami too, is that when you meet people out, like out and about here, a lot of them they just are tourists. I'm gonna put it like that. They're not here for a long time. They here for a good time, right? So you know, you thinking that you're talking to somebody cool, and they don't even live in the city. Come to find out, they literally were just out here to get fucking dick down. That's a thing here. That is literally a fucking thing. These bars every goddamn weekend are packed full of like ladies like that, and it's easy to get like, oh, I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna go downtown, I'm gonna mingle, I'm gonna go down there buy somebody a drink, I'm gonna go down and do all that, and then because everybody wants attention, and but yeah, so I ended up getting on the dating site and looking for some people that had some intention on, you know, kicking it, and you know, actually having a friendship more than anything. And yeah, that was the thing, because honestly, sex is easy, but actually getting with somebody that you can be friends with and talk to and all that, that's a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? And she's not into the content stuff at all. So that's a whole foreign thing to her. She's not into, she sees all of this stuff. She sees all my videos, all that. But she's not like into the like whole content creation stuff. Like she's like a professional woman, big time professional woman. And yeah, so it's kind of like it's different. Like it's how to put it. If you were to meet her in public, you wouldn't even know that me and her would be talking to each other. That's how like professional, how she comes off like as a person, right? But yeah, she likes me, so it is what it is. She fucks with me. Do you still go to? I've never went to plasma centers. I've been thinking about going. I've never been to plasma centers. We have one out here, and a couple of people I work with have talked about them, have suggested them, but I have never been. It's been a couple of times where I've gotten towards the end of the week, and it was looking like I was gonna probably need another like $100 to get my rent, but for the most part, I'll end up just, you know, it ended up working out most of the time, every time, and I just haven't had to do it. But I heard that they give you, like a decent amount of money for like what you're doing. Yeah, opposites I guess do attract, because it's kind of different than normally. Like the ladies that I've seen like long term, we have a lot more. I ain't gonna say me and her don't have nothing in common, but we have a lot more in common than me and her. Me and her don't. Our lives are different in a way. Like whereas I had a lot of similarities to my past relationships. But yeah, I do like her. Yeah, she's pretty cool. And actually, she's gonna actually be coming through pretty soon because it is Saturday night. So I am gonna hop off of this live and take a shower and get ready, get fresh. You know what I'm saying? I do like to smell good and stuff. When people come over here, like to put some carpet fresh down and shit. You know what I mean? Like to, you know, put on some aftershave and shit. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for joining me tonight, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Okay. Thank you, Gina, for moderating. I'm glad you were in here tonight, lady. I'll probably put up a video tomorrow or Monday, but it'll probably be tomorrow. Probably be some type of reaction video, but I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all next time. Bye.